Hello and welcome again to another day of classes. Today we're going to be continuing with the Interchange 5th edition level 2, the Blue Book, and we're going to start with the unit 13. As always, we'll start with a language summary or the vocabulary for this lesson. So let's jump right in. Okay, here we have different types of movies, of kinds of movies, the genres of movies. Let's see them. We have action, adventure, animated, comedy or romantic comedy, documentary, drama, horror, musical, science fiction, thrillers. Thrillers are usually types of movies that it's like something like in a suspense or something that makes you it's like a drama and suspense at the same time, and sometimes it's related to police things and such. We have acting. Actings are is the thing that people do to and basically become another character, another person. Okay? Like for example, these two people are not really feeling like this, but they are acting. Audience. The audience is the people that are looking and listening to you. A bill. A bill it's basically like a receipt. It tells you how much money do you need to pay for different things that you're agreed to have or buy. For example, if you're in a hospital, after you finish, you have a bill and they tell you how much money you need to pay. A boot camp. It's a military training camp for new recruits with very harsh discipline. A boot camp it's basically like the camp for militaries that is really hard. Character. A person in a novel, play, or film. Okay? So a character is basically the representation of a person, and you can act in as different characters. Critic. The critics are the people that say if your movie, act, or performance or anything it's good or bad. A director. The directors are the people that try to have their vision reflected on the movies themselves. Like they are not the people that work with the cameras and stuff, but they are the ones that tell the people that work with cameras how they need to do things. So they are directing. Lines. The lines are the scripts or conversations that people need to follow in a play or a movie or anything like that. Motion picture, also called film or movie. It's a series of still photographs on a film, projected in rapid succession onto a screen by means of light. Because this what you're looking at, my mouse going like this, it is not like a video per se, it's a lot of pictures being displayed really fast in sync with audio to make it feel like it's moving, but it's not moving actually. It's just a lot of pictures really fast. Okay, producer. It is the person that who plan to and coordinate various aspects of film production, such as selecting the script, coordinating writing, directing and editing, and arranging financing. So the producer is the one that puts everything on the table. Like it chooses the people that are gonna write it, are the people that are gonna direct it, and so on. Like Quentin Tarantino right here, or George Lucas, and I don't know these two. Rib. A rib, it's this part of bone. Special effects, also known as FX. Those are the different things or effects made by a computer to make it look different. For example, in this case, Spider-Man is just standing in a chair, but when you apply the effects, it looks like it's in a complete other space. Or like here in Keanu Reeves in Matrix. Okay? Story. An account of imaginary or real people and events told for entertainment. A story is something that is not true, but if you think of it as true, it's really entertaining and really uh, makes you think a lot. A studio. The studio is the place where you can film movies. Thumb. These are your thumbs. And there's also the expression thumbs up when your thumb is up, or thumbs down when this is down. So basically what we saw here, this is a thumbs up and this is a thumbs down because the thumb is up and because the thumb is down. Yeah, really intelligent. Trivia. Trivia are some questions about a movie, series, or any other thing that are not common to be known. Some interesting facts, so to say. Let's see some adjectives. Amazing. Something amazing is like this picture is really, really beautiful. Amusing. Causing laughter and providing entertainment. When something is amusing, it makes you laugh, it makes you feel good. For example, this meme. You feel like this is your expectation, you look, oh, so good, but in reality, you look at, okay. Awful. When something is awful, it's when something is really, really bad. Bizarre. When something is bizarre, it's something that it's really not common, it's something that you don't often see. Like this picture is bizarre. A blockbuster. It's a film, book, or other product that is a great commercial success. When it's a blockbuster, it is really, really famous. For example, I think that you know all of these movies. This is Turn Back to the Future, Batman, Star Wars, Lion King, Men in Black, Jaws, and Indiana Jones. All of those are blockbusters because they were really successful. Choosy. Taking excessive care when making a choice. When you're choosy, you always look at all of the different aspects of something in order to know if it's good or bad to choose something. Disgusting. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh why? Oh, oh no. There is some that's disgusting. Eating worms? Oh my godness. I don't even want to look at that. Okay, dumb. When you're dumb, you're like Patrick. You don't know anything, and you're bad with things. Oh my god, let me stop looking at that. Excellent. When something is excellent, it's when something is almost perfect. It is like what you were expecting to have. Fascinating. Something fascinating is something that this boy is looking at, so makes it feel like this. It's like you cannot even believe it. Horrible. This face is horrible. Main. Chief in size or importance. When something is main, it's like the most important thing of something. For example, she is the main character of the Resident Evil movies. This is Mila Jovovich, I think. Odd. Different to what is usual or expected. It's strange. For example, we are usually expected to have this full part of your brain, so it is odd when it is not does not have it. Outstanding, exceptionally good. It is so good that it outstands. It's something more noticeable because how good it is. Ridiculous. Something ridiculous is something that follows no reason. Like this man that has you know, a suit and it could be like really serious, but then he's on this toy horse. So this is ridiculous. Silly. Having or showing a lack of common sense or judgment. Absurd and foolish. Something that is like really weird. For example, this picture of Mona Lisa is silly. Stupid. This is stupid because you're gonna die. You cannot do this in front of something with gas. Talented. When you're talented is when you have really good capabilities on different things. For example, this guy is talented and stupid. Okay. Terrible. When something is terrible is when something is really bad. Terrifying. When something is terrifying, it makes you feel really scared, like it here. Unpleasant. It is when it is not pleasant. It makes you feel bad or uncomfortable. Weird. Weird is something that it's not expected and it's something uncommon. Like this beard. Oh my god, but this looks good though. Wonderful. Something wonderful is something like amazing, outstanding, something really good, something really, really good. Like this view is wonderful. Let's see some verbs. Amaze. When you amaze someone or something, you make it feel or look like, oh my god, for real, you did that? Then you're amazing people. Amuse. When you amuse is when you make another person be amused. So you make them entertained, you make them feel good. Annoy is the opposite of amuse. When you're annoyed, it's when something is bothering you. Like, look at this face. Look at the face of this guy. This guy is really annoyed by this little girl, and I would be too. Be based on. When something is based on another thing, it's when it's related to the original source. Maybe we have this, okay, we have this person in suit, and this picture is based on this person. Bore. When you bore, it's when something makes you, or when you make something be bored and don't want to do it and have this face. Confuse. When you confuse someone, it's you make it something really hard to understand. For example, we can say that the face of this person denotes that it has multiple attitudes that make you believe that it is not understanding what you're trying to say. That is an explanation that might have you confused of what I said. Okay? Disgust. When you're disgusted, it's like when we saw those that picture with the worms. Oh my god, it makes you feel like ugh. To dress up. When you dress up, is when you have the same dress or the same clothes as a character of any kind. Maybe it's fictional, maybe it's from an artist or something like that. Embarrassed. When you feel embarrassed, you feel shamed, you don't want people to look at you. It's like, oh no, I don't want that. It's like when you fart in public, that is embarrassing. Excite. That is when you're feeling really emotionally good. It's like, yes, I want this to happen. You're excited, so you excite. Fascinate. When you fascinate someone, it's when you make them feel really, really, amazed by something. For example, these cats or these fishes are fascinated by looking at the cats. Interest. When you interest someone is when you get the attention of that person and you make them, you know, have your all of your attention on them, on you. Laugh. That is laughing. Put through. To make someone do or experience something difficult or unpleasant. When you put through something, you're making them feel bad. Rate. Assign a standard or value to something according to a particular scale. When you rate it, it's when you put a number to it. It's like say, okay, this is worth this. For example, when you watch a movie and you say, oh, I give it a 5 out of 10, you're rating it. Shock. When you're shocked, it's when it's something that is really surprising. You cannot expect that and you cannot even move after listening or looking at that. For example, after a car crash, you are shocked. Surprise. You're surprised. You make them see something that they were not expecting or not even think that it was possible. Terrify. When you terrify someone, it's when you make them feel really scared. Really, really scared. Okay, let's see a couple of adverbs. By mistake. When something is made by mistake, it was something that you didn't plan to do and it was bad. For example, in Game of Thrones, this series in the medieval times, they had an Starbucks. That is a mistake. It was made by mistake. Mentally, related to your mind. And physically, related to your physical body. Okay, very good. We're gonna come back here when we get to the grammar. So, let's go right now to the book. Okay, we're gonna be starting with the unit 13. That's entertainment. And in this unit, we're gonna be looking at, discussing popular entertainment and discussing movies and famous Hollywood names. That's gonna be for the next lesson. Okay? But let's start by this snapshot with movie trivia. Interesting. Okay, the movie is Black Mass. Sienna Miller spent months rehearsing and filming, but in the end, the director decided to cut off all her scenes for narrative reasons. Oh my god, do you imagine um acting all of those times and then not appearing in the movie? Oh my god. Avatar 2009. The special effects were so expensive that director James Cameron had to wait 10 years to make the movie. Oh my god, you needed that much money to make it. And oh my god, Avatar was in 2009? Holy. The Django Unchained. In the movie, Leonardo DiCaprio was supposed to slam a table, but accidentally slammed a glass and cut his hand. The scene was so good that the director decided to incorporate it. Interesting. The Princess and the Frog. After watching the movie, about 50 children got sick with salmonella from kissing frogs. Okay, we need to change this. It's not 50 children. No, 50 stupid children. But well. Furious 7. Actor Paul Walker died while still shooting the movie. The director used computer technology and stunts to finish the remaining scenes. That was really, really sad. Paranormal Activity. This movie only cost $15,000 to make, but it made $9.1 million in its first week. So it was really, really, really good for them. That's why we had like 4 or 5 paranormal activities. Okay, now let's continue with a conversation. I think they are boring. Hmm. Let's listen to this conversation. It's going to be related to the grammar for today. So let's listen to the part A and part B. And on part B, let's answer this question. And after you listen, we're going to check, okay? So let's listen.
Unit 13. That's entertainment. Page 86. Exercise 2. Conversation. I think they're boring. Part A. Listen and practice.
It's so hot out. Do you want to stay in and watch a movie this afternoon?
Maybe. What do you want to see?
How about an X-Men movie? I've heard that the early ones are really interesting.
For you, maybe. I'm not interested in action movies. Actually, I think they're boring.
What about that new movie based on one of Stephen King's novels?
I don't know. I'm always fascinated by his books, but I'm not in the mood for a horror movie.
Well, what do you want to see?
How about a Game of Thrones marathon? It's my favorite series ever.
Okay, but only if you make us some popcorn.
Page 86. Exercise 2. Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. What happens next? What do they decide to do?
Okay, I'll go make the popcorn. You get the show set up.
Sure. Ugh. Hey, Gina?
Yeah? What happened?
The internet is down.
I can't believe it. It's the second time this month.
I guess we're gonna have to go out.
All right. But if we go out in this heat, I think I want to see something light and fun.
How about a comedy then?
Sounds good. Should we check what's in the theaters?
No, let's just go. Whatever you like best is fine. But I'm in charge of snacks.
Okay, very good. Did you get the answers? What happens next? What do they decide to do? Well, the internet is down, so Gina and Danny decide to go to the movies and see a comedy. Very good, that is really nice. Okay, now let's go right away to the grammar for today. That is really interesting. Participles as adjectives, or in another way, those two different types of adjectives. Okay, so as always, I have some different content to talk about them. Okay, so we have two different types of adjectives. We have the ones ending in ed and the ones ending in ing. Examples: he is bored, ends with the ed, and these books are boring. Okay, both of the both in both of them, the verb or the word is bore. That is when you're feeling not interested in continue to listen anything like that. And we can use it with ed or ing, but what is the difference? Let's see. The adjectives that end in ing describe the characteristic of a person, a thing, or a situation. It causes a feeling. So basically, it's when you're describing something that makes you feel something. Okay? For example, these books are boring. We are describing a characteristics of the books. What do these books cause? They make people feel bored. So in this case, the books are what makes you feel bored. But then we have the adjectives that ends in ed. Those describe a feeling or an emotion, and it is how we feel about something. Okay? He is bored. This is his feeling right now. This feeling was caused by the books. He is not going to be bored for eternity. He feels bored now. It is temporary. Okay? So basically, the main difference with this is that when you say something is boring, you say that this thing makes you feel in this way, in the makes you feel in that way. It makes you feel bored. But when you are bored, it's that another thing caused you to feel like this. It makes you feel bored, but it is temporary. You're not gonna be bored forever. Okay? That is the difference between the adjective with ed or ing. Let's see some other examples. I am tired right now. This is what I am feeling. My flight was tiring. Okay? So the flight, it was what making you feel tired. Okay? But we cannot say that the flight was tired because the plane will not feel anything. Public toilets are sometimes disgusting. Okay? So they are the disgusting thing. They make you feel disgust. I am disgusted by the smell of them. Your speech was inspiring. I am now inspired to do great things with my life. So the thing, your speech is what is inspiring, and now what I feel is that I am inspired to do great things with my life. That is the difference. When you use with ing, this is what causes a feeling, and when you use it with ed, it's what you are feeling right now. That is the main difference. Okay? And now when we look at this, it's going to be really easier to understand this. We have the present participles and the past participle, or basically the adjectives with ing, with the present participles, interesting, fascinating, boring, and the past participle with ed, interested, fascinated, or bored. For example, that X-Men movie sounds interesting, okay? It maybe makes you feel interested in this, but it is something related to the thing, okay? The thing, the movie, causes you to feel interested. And with the past participle, I am not interested in action movies. So this is what action movies make me feel, not interested. Stephen King's books are fascinating. I am fascinated by Stephen King's book. Okay, so I am fascinated because the books are fascinating. That's how you can look at it. I think action movies are boring. So for me, I'm bored by action movies. Okay, I feel this because the movies are like this. That is the difference, and I hope that you understand it. It's actually quite easy after you look how you can use it. So, if for example you say that person is boring, you're saying that that person always makes you feel bored. But if you say I'm bored, it's that something makes you feel bored. Okay? So you cannot say I'm boring, but well, you can say it, but you're saying that you make other people feel bored because of you. That's how you can use this. Okay? I hope that you understand this. And let's continue to practice, to see if you really understand it. You're gonna be completing these sentences, okay? So take your time to complete this with the correct ways, and then we're gonna check. Okay, you finished? Let's check. Number one, John Cho is such an amazing actor. I'm always amazed by his incredible talent. Most TV shows are really boring. I often get so bored watching them that I fall asleep. I was interested in watching The Martian after I read the book, and I was surprised that the movie is really interesting. I'm excited to watch The Avengers. Everybody has told me it's really exciting. And I find films very amusing. I've been fascinated by them since I was a little kid. It's surprising that horror movies are so popular. I can't understand why people go to the movies to feel terrified. I cannot understand it either. I don't like horror movies. I just don't like it. Okay, and then this second part, you're gonna complete the descriptions below with the correct forms of the words. Amazed, annoyed, confused, disgust, embarrassed, and shocked. So, take your time to complete this. Okay, you finished? Let's check. I had a terrible time at the movies last weekend. First, my ticket cost $25. Oh my god. I was really shocked by the price. By mistake, I gave the cashier two $5 bills instead of a 20 and a 5. I was a little embarrassed. Then there was trash all over the theater. The mess was disgusting. The people behind me were talking during the movie, which was annoying. The story was hard to follow. I always find thrillers so confusing. I like the special effects though. They were amazing. If you have those answers, you are correct. Okay, let's continue. Here we have a set of adjectives and different categories. We have awful, wonderful, stupid, strange, or funny, and we have different adjectives. Take your time to complete this, and then we're gonna check if you got them correct, okay? Okay, you finished? Let's check. Well, for awful, we have disgusting, horrible, and terrible. For wonderful, we have fantastic, incredible, outstanding. For stupid, we have dumb, ridiculous, and silly. For strange, we have bizarre, odd, or weird. And for funny, we have amusing, hilarious, and hysterical. If you have those answers, very, very good. Okay, now let's go to in the next part of the book for a listening. Interesting. Okay, it's called What Did You Think? You're gonna listen to people talk about books, movies, and TV programs. You're gonna match each conversation to the statement that best describes the people's opinion. And then you're gonna write a reason each person gives to support his or her opinion. Okay? So let's listen, and then we're gonna check.
Page 88. Exercise 5. Listening. What did you think? Part A. Listen to people talk about books, movies, and TV programs. Match each conversation to the statement that best describes the people's opinions. 1.
What did you think of the movie?
Pretty terrible. I walked out after half an hour.
You did?
Yeah, it was so boring that I started falling asleep. And I've never seen such bad acting. I think I'm going to start reading movie reviews online so I don't waste my money.
2.
What do you think of Sue Grafton's books?
I love those mysteries. When I started to read A is for Alibi, I couldn't put it down. I stayed up till 4 in the morning to finish it.
Wow! Have you read any of the other books in the series?
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. B is for burglar, C is for corpse. I'm already up to K is for killer. Using the alphabet to build a mystery series is such a clever idea. I can't wait to read all 26 books. I wonder what Z will be.
3.
Did you see that documentary on TV last night, the one about Australia?
I did. It was fascinating. I didn't know they had so many different kinds of animals there. And the photography.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It made me really want to go there and see it for myself.
4.
Are you reading that book too? It seems everyone's reading it now. When did UFOs become so popular anyway?
Actually, I just finished it. What a waste of time. Just the same silly stuff about visitors to Earth from other planets.
I know. It said absolutely nothing new.
You know, I'm tired of hearing stories about little green creatures. If they're real, how come no one can ever take a picture of them?
Okay, very good. Remember, if you need to listen again, you just go back in the video to listen, okay? So let's check if you got the correct answers. Well, number one, it's letter C. The bad acting with this boring idea makes it terrible. Oh my god, that's so bad. Number two, it's letter D. She is excited to read more of this clever mystery series. And number three, this special offers an amazing this special this special offers an amazing look into an exotic country. And the last one, letter 4, it's letter B. The new investigation into these creatures was a waste of time. Oh my god. Okay, now for the last thing for today, we have a pronunciation. Emphatic stress. We're gonna be listening and noticing how a stress and a higher pitch are used to express its strong emotions and opinions. Okay, interesting. Let's listen.
Page 88. Exercise 6. Pronunciation. Emphatic stress. Part A. Listen and practice. Notice how stress and a higher pitch are used to express strong opinions.
That was terrible.
He was amazing. That's fascinating.
Did you notice? It's like when you're giving your strong opinions or you're feeling a lot of things, you change the emphasis and the stress on the words that you're saying. For example, if something was really bad, like, oh my god, that was terrible. He was amazing. I cannot believe that. That's fascinating. Oh my god, it's like when you're giving your opinions and you feel a lot of things with it. Oh my god, that was fantastic. That was horrible. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Don't you think it's weird? In all of those, when you're giving your a strong opinion, you change the stress and you make it more emphatic, basically. But okay, that's been everything for today. On the next class, we're gonna be continuing and we're gonna be seeing relative pronouns for people and things. So I hope that you look forward for it. Okay, but that's been everything for my part. So see you on the next time, the next class. Bye.